fifths.
Not me.
Well, that was interesting. We got station
morning.
ID over there.
Yes.
I bet you haven't learned how to turn the volume down yet, have you?
Oh, I know how.
On which radio?
Oh, you want me to turn it down on this one?
Do you know which one it is?
Of course I do.
Which one?
It's the volume button.
Yeah, which radio is it though?
It's on the big one, or is it on the little one?
It's on the little one.
Where's it at?
TGIF, but I'm so sad.
I'm so glad it's not the 13th.
Here I sit with my red shirt, Cardinal football game.
Mine.
Those Cardinals from Jacksonville High, of course. No game tonight. It's their no play Friday. Given the reliability of the sources we employ, it's a 2-week time period when we're led to believe that the Cards are getting some early season strategy sessions while looking over the game films from the battles they've already had, one with the Carteret County team and one from last week, Northside High. Chances are that the coaches will be looking at any links in the armor. And the team will be ready for action next Friday. Hopefully, I'm counting on it now. Hopefully, the concession stand has taken this week to practice popping some corn, and that they will be ready with popcorn for the Cardinal fans. Apparently, as I learned 2 weeks ago, only halfway through the game, I am not the only fan that loves the popcorn. There. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Chris Marks.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
Because they popped some. They popped a bunch of it, but it was all gone by the time I got there at halftime.
Yeah, so they had some popped.
Yeah, well, they had popped it and sold out, and they weren't going to make any more.
Halftime, you should be able to go up there and get popcorn. I'm just saying.
No, you should.
But let me say, Northside came through, and they had popcorn.
So,
but Jacksonville, yours is better.
Here's the thing: did I wait for the did I wait for the halftime to show up at last week?
Didn't look like it.
In Northside,
I didn't wait for halftime.
We got it before we even got on the bleachers.
That's right. I carried it with me.
Who has the bigger bag?
That's what I'm saying. Jacksonville. I said, Northside, thank you for having popcorn, but Jacksonville's popcorn is much better.
Yeah,
because it's bigger bag.
Well, it's a little bit bigger, but it's got more of that theater, popcorn theater taste. A little bit more buttery.
So the battle of the popcorn concessions.
Well, we should do that.
Well, we got two going.
Yes.
Well, one scored a 0, the other scored 100% because they're,
because there was none.
They had no competition so far, so we'll find out if Jacksonville gets back into the game next week.
Top Cell will be visiting us.
Y'all have had two. Y'all have 2 weeks now. We'll have had 2 weeks by next Friday.
Yes.
To get your act together.
That's right.
I'm just telling you.
You bet.
The teams are going to be doing well too.
Well, yeah.
Please get your popcorn out.
Interesting on that because the bands practice well before the season starts. The football teams.
Yes.
Well before the season starts. Maybe they need preseason popcorn
lessons. Just run through it a few times.
I need one for the one in my shop. It still hasn't operated
I'm
yet.
sure Jacksonville,
There's a room out here.
Yeah, I know.
I could join the Blackstone out there right beside it.
First game of the season, we had
a junk room.
First game of the season, we had no announcer and no popcorn. So the 2 weeks, I'm sure they're getting it all together.
Yeah. If not, we're taking over the
Bring your speaker with you.
Well, I don't need it. They got one right up there. All I got to do is get into the room. And you don't think I can get into the room?
Please change the music, though, when you get in there.
Oh, well, I'm going to have live singers.
We'll get Chris to come in and sing.
We're going to have the live and local quartet behind us.
Oh,
what do you think?
We'll have our friend Chris come in and sing.
Chris can sing. Chris can do play-by-play.
Oh, my
he can
gosh.
He can do the play-by-play.
I actually had a couple of games when I did it. I did play-by-play and color. I was the only person in the.
That's tough.
It was tough.
That would be tough. More power to you. Well,
Wait, real quick. I just had a message in reference to what we're discussing.
Yes.
And this person said they should have people walking the bleachers yelling popcorn, peanuts, and Cracker Jacks.
I think so too.
I've always said that too.
At one time they go up and sell 50-50 raffle tickets.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole nother thing.
Oh, don't even go there.
What?
She got zapped.
I bought
She
one
may have won.
at the game, and of
There's no way
course
of knowing.
they announced the winner, but they're on the other side of the field. You
Which we
cannot
couldn't hear the PA
winner.
system on the visitor
I'm like,
side
I
at
don't know if they won or
all
not.
at North Side. But they sold a bunch of tickets on the visitor side because they were up there quite often. I mean, this was just easy money.
They should have someone come over and announce the number on our side.
No, all they need to do is get a big, remember back in school, poster boards? You had to have
Yeah.
poster boards. They just get a poster board, a dry erase board, something big, and walk over and hold it up at some point every time. This is the winning number. Y'all got it? Anybody got this number? Raise your hand now. If you can't do that by electronics,
Old fashioned.
You
Do it
do
the
realize the
old-fashioned
next
way.
game we go to, they're going to go, oh, God, here they come.
they don't know who we are. I'm not
Here
telling
they
you.
are.
Just
I'm
wear
wearing-
that mask right behind you.
I'm wearing a crazy Uncle Joe's mask.
No, don't do that. We'll get locked up. Oh, my gosh.
Well, do they serve popcorn in jail?
You might be able to.
Sheriff
request
Thomas,
it.
do you have popcorn in the jail? I'll go willingly. If not,
You talk about the jail. Last night, this one court case I've been watching, the jury went into the jury room, and 3 hours and some minutes later came out with a verdict. And everyone
with
that
that?
I watched was scrambling to get their channels up because no one expected the verdict that fast.
well,
Guilty.
you should always be ready for a quick verdict
Wow.
because it can, if it doesn't come down in within 20 minutes, then it's going to be
This was a
take some
very
time.
complicated case as far as the
Not
evidence.
if
But-
they came back verdict guilty,
but
then it
look,
wasn't complicated. for the
nobody.
district
Well, see,
attorney.
they didn't go back to the jury room till supper time, and then they had supper.
and they didn't
and-
like it, so they weren't going to stay for breakfast.
They were like, no, she's guilty. We're out. But
Your future lies in the quality of the food. If
This-
it's good, we'll hang around for a while.
This
If it's
was
bad, you're done.
Donald Addison case out of Tallahassee, Florida, where her son got his girlfriend's baby daddy and his friend to kill the ex-husband of this one guy's sister, and the mom, whether she knew it beforehand or she knew it or her son bragged to her. It's so far there's been the two guys that were involved in the shooting. The
They're guilty?
son, well, the brother-in-law to the man who was killed got indicted and found guilty because
because he's the brother.
because he conspired to hire these guys and pay them. The
That
grandma
would do it.
just was found guilty because she was involved in
Oh.
paying all this other. So whether she knew about it when it happened or she knew about
Grandmothers
it
are not
after the
guilty. You
fact,
can't find them
but now
guilty.
they're talking about going after the ex-wife, saying she probably knew. It's been a crazy case, but Miss Elsie, if you're listening, I don't know if you watched the Donna case, but she guilty. She going to jail.
Well, we got a guy just arrived at the Onslow County Hotel down
Yes.
there. United States Marshals. They picked up this dude. He's wanted in Onslow County for murder after a fatal shooting that took place earlier in the year, late one night on a Sunday night. I don't understand what it is about Sundays, but
No either.
they happen.
They come
Not
after
that
Saturdays.
unusual.
Yeah.
February 16th, earlier this year on a Sunday, 11:30 at night, deputies responded to the Wing Zone located at 1478 Burgaw Highway.
Ooh.
I don't know where that is. The Wing Zone out there on the
I'm
Burgaw
thinking
Highway.
that's right.
Now, you got Burgaw Highway is
Yeah.
Highway 53, y'all.
Yeah.
I think when you get to that big
going that way.
intersection, you go straight through, and you've got the Walgreens, and you've got other stores and stuff. I think is in that
It's
strip
in-
right
yeah.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, they got a 911 call, came in, a man who had been shot there. The first responders got there first and found a white dude on the ground suffering from a gunshot wound to his leg. I want you to hear what I just said there, and then we're going to talk about that
Okay,
in just
yeah, I
a
thought
minute.
that
Gunshot
was
wound to his
Mhm.
leg. The victim was identified 41-year-old Matthew John D'Antonio. He's from Spring Hope. Taken to Naval Medical Center at Camp Lejeune, where he was pronounced dead a short time after arriving. After obtaining video surveillance footage of the area, deputies were able to identify a man wanted in connection with that shooting. His name, 35-year-old Christopher Ray Duncan out of Greenville. We so popular in Jacksonville, you got to come from Greenville and Spring Hope to party here?
It's usually flipped. People from Jacksonville go to
I used to go to Wilmington a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Christopher Ray Duncan from Greenville was seen with D'Antonio shortly before deputies arrived on the scene. After a lengthy investigation and following up with multiple leads, a warrant was issued for Duncan in August of this year. Duncan was finally arrested in Knightdale yesterday, charged with an open count of murder and possession of a firearm by a felon. He was transferred to the Onslow County Detention Center, the jail is for, in my terminology, yesterday, and no bond, where he remains ahead of his first court appearance scheduled for later today. So we'll find out whether they're going to give him bond or not. I'm going to give you odds that that's not going to happen. The man took off immediately and went to Knightdale or wherever it was. Yeah, Knightdale.
Yep.
And hid out there. And I don't know. I don't think he's going to get bond. Just taking a wild guess.
Knightdale's not that large. It's
not
a hard place to hide.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the gunshot wound to the leg. It comes up, and I read it on several sites. I say, well, why can't the cop just shoot the man in the leg instead of having to kill him? Because cops aren't trained to do that. One, the leg's a small area to be shooting for. Mm-hmm. Two, you miss, and you got a wild bullet going somewhere where other people can get hurt. Three, you miss, and he shoots you. Okay, that's another reason not to shoot somebody or try to shoot somebody in the leg. Four, let's just say that, as I've explained it to several people in classes, let's just say that I am better than average on the range and with shooting. Got it? And I got this bad guy. He's standing out there 13 yards and 18 inches away from me. That's 13 and a half yards, Lee.
39 feet.
I can't do numbers right now.
Anyway, so I see the guy. He's got a gun. He's pointing it at me. And he, by all rights, he's getting ready to shoot me. And I said, well, I can take that dude down. I shoot him in the leg. Okay, I do that. I made a decision, a conscious decision, that I don't want to kill this guy. I don't need to kill him. I'll take him down by shooting him in the leg. Hey, good. He's down. I saved his life. But then that artery that I hit, like this young man here, the 41-year-old guy, gets shot in the leg and he bleeds out by the time he can get to the hospital, and he's dead. I have now had an accidental shooting. I made a conscious decision not to shoot him, to kill him. Mm-hmm. And then it went awry. Which is easier to live with, making a conscious decision, decision that cops have to make on a regular basis, not every day or not every cop. The guy's got a gun. He's going to shoot me. Bang, you're dead. You made that call yourself. It's your call. You made it. It's your decision, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So which is easier to live with? Justifying your actions, that you had to do what you had to do, or having to cry about accidentally killing a guy you didn't want to kill?
Your conscientious decision.
That's a tough call for somebody to have to make in the first place, but they have to do it. And cops have, one split second, not a second. Quite often it is less than a second to pull the trigger before the other guy pulls the trigger. Mm-hmm. Now, this other stupid thing that I keep hearing, I had a military guy one time says, well, rules of engagement. No, cops don't have the same rules of engagement that the military has. It's a different story. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't see any reason to even have a round in the chamber. You got plenty of time if you've got to pull your gun to put a round. No, you don't. No, you don't. Number one, what if this hand's tied up? Maybe you're fighting the dude. Okay, and he's bigger than you are, and he's beating you. He's got a knife, or he's beating you with your own 5-cell mag light, which I went down to a highway patrolman that was involved in having to shoot a guy because the guy beat him almost to death with his own flashlight. So what do you do? You don't have any time. You've got to make that call immediately. It's not a whole lot of discussion to be made.
And I believe a lot of people don't understand that with law enforcement, it is quite literally a split-second decision.
Yeah.
If they have to pull that gun.
Yeah. And if you wait for them to shoot at you first, which was what my former prior military guy wanted to tell me, we have to wait for them to shoot first. Well, I won't be able to shoot back if he's any good.
Yeah.
I'm dead. If he appears he's going to shoot me, I've got to take preventative action so that I can go home tonight and not be carried home.
Yeah, well, that's one thing they teach you in training when you're weapons training is you always aim for the mass because you aim for and shoot somebody in the leg. And
so I've got a shotgun, you're dead.
They're just going to reach around and pull that one weapon out of their back of their pants and come back around and shoot you before you even know what's going on. I mean, whew. It's, I can't even imagine for these law enforcement officers that have had to shoot, and especially shoot and killed someone, how they deal with that. It's got to be so hard.
Yep. And here's the one that you got to have a lot of respect for. And here's the people that are seldom ever in danger. Will be the guys at a barricaded person in there that's called a SWAT team, and they're on the outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are given what they call the green light. If the person is available, you have a clean shot, you take it. Well, this is a setup. He's not posing any threat, any danger to me. Yes, he's posing danger to whoever's in there with him, but he may not even have the gun pointed at them at that time. So at what point in time, once the commander gives you the green light, whoever's got a clean shot is supposed to take him out. Now, there's a guy that has just intentionally killed a person after planning to do it. You got to have a lot of feelings for people like that because that's a tough job to have to do. The best SWAT shot that I ever saw in my life was on video. I didn't see it in person. Wish I had been there because I would have been still laughing. A dude, he's going to commit suicide. Well, you can't go killing a guy that's going to commit suicide. That's just not the way it works. I'm going to shoot him to keep him from shooting himself. No. But he comes out into his driveway, got a chair he puts down there. He's got a pistol in his hand. And then the neighbors see him sitting there, so they call the police. Well, police brings the SWAT guys in. They back way off. Everybody backs off. They're trying to talk to him. He's despondent. He's putting the gun up to his chin and going to shoot himself, and he puts it down. Well, he's sitting there in the chair, got his legs spread, and he's just sitting there casually. SWAT guys are out there, and it's a short range for them. It's about 40 yards. They shoot at 300 yards. Their primary shot in practice is 100 yards, the length of a football field. Okay. So at 25, 30 yards, one of them is that close, hiding. And the guy is sitting there, and he's kind of leaning down. He leans over, and he's got the gun. He's got his right elbow on his thigh, and he's leaning down, and the gun is just dangling from his hand, in his hand, down below. SWAT guy says, permission? I can remove the gun. And he said, go. Bang. The guy looks up. The gun completely comes apart. And he's got a hand. He didn't even touch a finger. He blew the gun apart.
They're amazing.
You got to respect
that
kind of stuff. But I forgot where that was. It was a remarkable shot. It was close, but he's at 100 yards, 100 meters. This guy's trained, and they really. I love enough where the guy comes
Oh,
out and
yeah.
holds somebody and they hold them in front of them, well, they're not going to shoot you in your chest. They're going to shoot you in your face.
Yeah.
So you just stand there for just a little while, dude.
And
So-
I remember one of the NCIS with Mark Harmon,
Mm.
and he. This was when he was in
Oh, yeah.
Marines, and it started the whole debacle of people coming after him, his family, and his
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
But he had shot from Lord knows how far,
Mhm.
and just nailed him right through the windshield in the forehead.
That's
The
it's TV, Chris.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm sure that we have very well trained
We do.
law enforcement
Yes.
and military that can shoot like
the
that.
military guys practice at really long range.
Yeah.
SWAT guys, general law enforcement, they don't have to shoot it at 1,000 meters, 1,000 yards or so away. But the military guys, I don't know what the Marine Scout snipers do, but
Mhm.
I know that there's got some really, really good long range shooters. And there was the Brits had one, and there's video. I used to have access to some of those video things that they have. And they had this one, they had these two guys, bad guys, with guns, and they were told to take them out. They describe what was going on. You hear the radio chatter, all this sort of good stuff. You see the video that's rolling. It turns out they were right at a mile and a half. You know how far a mile and a half is? It's almost 8,000 feet.
Yeah, 8,000.
8,000 feet.
Is that in knots or meters?
It's in feet.
It's in feet.
But he's out there at that distance, and what you see is,
Uh,
of course, there's no audio here that you can hear at the time. But you see one guy standing there, the two of them are standing there, oblivious to anything. Pickup spot a mile and a half away. It's 3/4 of a mile from this house to Piney Green Road. To US 17. Twice that distance. And the dude's up there with a rifle
Yeah.
and a scope, big scope. And you see one of these guys just kind of, it gets hit real hard and stuff comes out of him. And the other dude looks down at him. He hasn't heard the shot yet. Sound travels at 1,100 feet per
Yeah.
second. Okay. 8,000 feet. You got 7 seconds before you even hear that shot. Well, the next bullet didn't take that long to get there. And
No.
then he goes down too.
Yeah.
And then whoever would have been on that end would have heard two shots back to back.
You think about it.
8,000 feet.
They're locked and loaded. So
Oh.
so their finger is on the trigger, and they're just waiting for the commander to say
Do it.
now.
Click, bang. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the record shot is, but that was one of them that was impressive. And there was a Brit that did that. Oh, wow. You got, killing is not what you're celebrating. It's just the accuracy and the work that these people go through. And
The training.
their dedication,
Yeah.
their practice. And there's so much to take into consideration over the travel distance of that bullet.
Yeah.
They're not traveling at 8,000 feet per second.
Mm-hmm.
They're traveling, and they start out probably at about 3,500 feet per second or so. So even if it maintained that speed for the entire distance, it would still take it 2.5 seconds to get there. During that travel time, a puff of air can move it just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And in that distance, a little bit, just a wee bit, is you're going to miss.
Not of that calm wind.
So you have to, there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that goes into placing a shot like that.
You know, I'm pretty sure, and I didn't ask my brother who served, either one of them that served in law enforcement, how it felt that they never had to pull their gun. I'm sure
They never pulled it.
Well, I'm sure they pulled it,
Yeah,
but never had
to use it.
Never had to use it. And I'm sure that most law enforcement people would rather
Oh,
say,
they-
"I retired and
Never had to pull the
never
trigger.
had- yeah.
Except at the range.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys. Most guys will retire who are going to be in there forever, and they will retire and say, I never had to pull the trigger except at the range.
Yeah.
And that was good.
mhm.
I enjoyed that. That's but having the confidence to know how good that you are if you practice enough,
Mhm.
that how good that you are, that if you have to, then you're going to be comfortable in
Right.
what happens. And the biggest part is that it's not going to hurt anybody else.
Mhm.
Not hurt anybody else. I mean, that your bullet's not going to go wild. At the range, to put the silhouette target up and you fire at it and you shoot at it and you shoot at it, those bullets that fall outside that target
Mhm.
are the ones that the real instructors will look at and say, look who else you killed behind him, beside him. That's one of the things that people strive to make sure you know where your bullets are going, and that you be very careful of the backgrounds because of that.
Mhm.
Hey, Lady Blue, you haven't said anything. What are you doing?
She's looking for stuff.
No,
Are you studying?
No. I had somebody text me with some stuff that's happening this weekend, so I was just trying to get the information out.
Let's don't forget Farmers Day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely Farmers Day.
It begins about 1 hour after you take your test tomorrow.
Stop.
It begins at 11 o'clock.
So
I'm so tired right now.
you
My
tested
brain
it.
is fried.
But you did good because you did some of the test questions.
I did quite a bit yesterday, and
Uh-huh.
I was hitting in the 90s, and I'm like, but then again, you go to take another practice test. I'm like, why haven't I've never seen this one before?
Well, they give you that one just to make sure you don't.
No, it'd be a question here or there, but I've learned a lot. I've gone through a whole notebook of paper.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
going from a hit to a ham.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, you got it. You got this
Yeah, I
one
know
nailed.
about it.
Yeah, it's and I've taken part of my weather spotter course,
Mhm.
and after learning a lot with the ham radio course, I'm seeing some similarities on certain things, and I'm like, okay.
Especially under emergency conditions.
Yeah, under your ionosphere and your tropos, whatever, all your different spheres and clouds and
Well, we don't carry spears.
precipitation. And,
We don't carry spears anymore. We give
Yeah.
that up.
well, it's
You'll,
to go to school all over again after all these years. Well,
but you know this. We have confidence in you that you'll do better
just
than
stop.
weather
Everybody stop.
forecaster.
Everybody stop. We'll talk about it Monday. We'll talk about it
Oh,
Monday.
I'm sure there'll be a post out there that you
You
Oh,
will
right.
never know.
that there'll be
Who
a
won't?
Oh, I
You won't
assure you, he
I'm
just
telling
yes,
Carol
he will.
not to tell you
You
anything.
can tell Carol whatever you want.
Okay, let's move on. Weather. Whether or not tomorrow will come.
Marine conditions continue to look a bit better than they were looking a couple of days ago, but boating conditions may get a little bit worser again this weekend as a second stronger front moves across the waters. Try the top left.
This one?
Yep. Did that work? She's turning the volume down. So there's one question you got right. Practical course. Offshore today, out to 20 nautical miles. Westerly winds around 5 knots, becoming
So hard.
southeasterly this afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet, 7 seconds apart. Not a bad day. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeasterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 again. Sounds and rivers a light chop. So today and tomorrow looking good. Sunday. Westerly winds around 10 knots, becoming easterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 in the beginning. Sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. So you got to have to take a look-see about what some of the precursors are, shall we say. But if it starts getting choppy in one location, it's probably going to get choppy elsewhere. So just use that as your sign. A chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon.
Today will be sunny with a high near 91. Calm wind becoming southeast 5 to 7 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight for Friday night football will be partly cloudy with lows dipping to 68 degrees. Tomorrow, Saturday, Farmers Day, mostly sunny with a high near 91. Sunday, a chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 85.
Okay, it's Farmers Day tomorrow. Starts at 11 o'clock. Gates
Yes.
open. And they'll let you come in and get some food. They got 16 food trucks there. See what was
Yes,
important
they
to me? That's what I remember. 16 food trucks.
Good.
They got exhibits. They've got display. They got vendors. They got all sorts of cool stuff
70
there.
vendors.
So stuff for you to do. Stuff for you to see.
Yep.
You can go at 11 o'clock, get your food, hang around, play, do whatever. Take the kiddies with you. They will be welcome. All sorts of. There probably will be 1 or 2 or 3 antique tractors there. We're talking about not from the
Right.
50s, but prior to the 50s. If you've never seen any of those tractors, there was one. Was it last year or some years back that I saw? That was still a working tractor from the 40s. They
Right.
were still using that tractor in the field. This one local farmer. So those
Very nice.
those tractors can last for a long time,
Mhm.
as long as you take good care of them. Farmers take better care of their tractors than boaters take care of the boats. I will tell you that right up front. So it's a great event. You can see and learn a whole lot. And if nothing else, you can just have a day out. That beautiful weather.
Yes.
You can have something to do other than go to the beach.
Yeah.
You know,
Take some sunscreen with you.
take some sunscreen.
Plenty of water, people. Please.
I
Yeah,
see,
Right.
Chris, that
they'll have water available, but
Kathy says her daughter's going to be out there selling crafts. She's got
She,
a booth out there.
I gotta give credit to her because she just had our 5th grandchild.
Oh, wow.
And she has a 2-year-old and
and a newborn.
and a newborn,
Ooh.
and still has a time to yarn or knit, whatever you call it. But it's yarn.
That's
is what you
to
make.
keep her
Crocheting,
from,
knitting,
That's to keep her
blah, blah, blah.
sanity.
Yeah.
Probably, but just makes some of the most beautiful things.
Mm.
And we have a lot at our house
They should
already.
make a lot of baby shoes and stuff.
No, they're
Really?
like animals and
Mhm.
and sea animals.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Sea animals and
Cool.
land
Should do
animals.
any eels or octopus.
Kathy would
or
have to. Kathy keeps up that stuff. I
turtle.
just see it all around the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, be sure
Thank
you
you.
stop by
Yeah.
her booth. But there'll be a lot of vendors out there.
Oh,
There's going to
yeah.
be entertainment all day
Mm.
long. There's barbecue.
Oh yeah. Food. You can eat lunch early, then you can eat a snack later in the afternoon, then you can have dinner if you wait long enough.
And in place of hush puppies, there are sweet potato fries, which are so good.
Sweet taters, they're digging a lot of sweet taters these days. You know, we used to get them for free here because
Mhm.
a lady that we know,
Uh-huh.
Columbus County down that way, her neighbor, her relative was across our street, was our neighbor. And she would always bring her 2 or 3 bushels of sweet potatoes because after the commercial guys go through and they automatically dig them,
Mhm.
the farmer that owned that big old field, he said, y'all come in and get all you want because
Wow.
they can't get them all.
Nice.
And they're not worth going back for the commercial guys to pick up. So they went through there and picked all the sweet taters they wanted. And we always had a bushel. What in the Sam Hill are we going to do with a bushel of sweet taters? But they were good and they last a long time if you keep them in a cool, dark spot of your house.
Wouldn't you love if they did that with the shrimp?
Now, our friend, Ms. Oakley,
Yes.
Yeah.
down in the Sneeze Ferry area,
Yes.
she called me one day. She said, you want some crabs? Yeah, how much are they? They're free. What? It was just before a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't Florence because I wasn't here, but before whatever storm it was, people there had all these crabs and they were going to either have to release them because they didn't trust, nobody was coming to
Right.
get them.
Yeah.
And they didn't want them just lying around and dying. So they were going to either release them and they'd already paid for them from the guys who catch crabs.
Mhm.
Or y'all can come get them for free. Oh, well, I certainly did take them up on that. Actually, she brought it to me. So then I was cleaning crabs and did not regret one instant of that time cleaning crabs because I can clean crabs with the best of them. My grandmama taught me to do that. Now, not one person this morning has called. Nobody notices. Nobody pays any attention to what's going on.
I even put a hint in the comments.
We even stood up here and y'all didn't even watch it. We both walked off camera for just a minute
Yes.
and Lee and I swapped shirts. You didn't even notice, did you? It was so fast
I
that
don't-
even Chris didn't even notice.
I didn't notice it.
I don't think you were wearing this one. This one I barely got on. It's a very small shirt.
Hmm.
I'm afraid to wash it now.
Huh.
I'm about to stretch it. I'm gonna put it on the fence.
Just wash it while you're in it and then let it dry. and then it will be
Gives a whole
form-fitting.
new meaning to wet T-shirt, doesn't it?
No, but there's something else that happened in here, and it actually happened on camera
Yes.
just before we took to the airwaves.
Okay, so here's a good one.
And it's still there.
So something is amiss in the studios. You
Not
see
me.
it.
Not
No,
me.
no, not
this time.
and something is amiss.
What is amiss?
You see it every day.
That's the same as a Mr. but not married woman.
Yeah. So give us a call at 910-333-0139 and tell us what is out of place.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
What is
Well, besides
Friday?
Our normalcy. Okay, week's almost over. The little disturbance currently dubbed number one is beginning to take some shape. Before the weekend's over, the National Hurricane Center predicts it will become a tropical depression. That means it will show some tropical characteristics without having the necessary minimum winds to be called a tropical storm. Giving its location being conducive for continued development, that might happen by next week. Currently, it's still meandering, but is generally meandering westward at an estimated 5 to 10 miles per hour across the tropical Atlantic. It's southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. By the middle of next week, whatever the system is at that time should be approaching the Lesser Antilles. If y'all don't know by now where those are, you should take a look at the National Hurricane Center's charts and become familiar where the Lesser Antilles, the Greater Antilles, the Windward Islands. You need to know these things because that's how the National Hurricane Center describes most everything.
Yeah.
Got it?
I do.
So just take a look at that. Likely by early in the week, the forecasters in Miami, not those spaghetti model freaks, will have a better idea about a general direction of travel. Now, what we'll be looking for is what systems are west of whatever is here. I mean, we can have a higher ridge here or this kind of a ridge there or a trough over here or whatever. I don't speak their language that well. I understand what they're trying to say, but there's things over here that will impact the direction this system will go, okay, whenever it forms into a system. There's a possibility, given its location, that it could cross over this island chain of islands that run from the Virgin Islands down to South America, and inside that is called the Caribbean Sea. Not the Atlantic Ocean there, it's the Caribbean Sea. It could cross into there and stay south of the Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, one island down there that's a couple of islands down there that are key if it's in the upper part of that region, the Caribbean, and it seldom goes very far south, not towards South America very much, very seldom, at least this time of year. There's Jamaica, and then there are the Cayman Islands. Yeah. Those are both south of Cuba. And if the storm does get into the Caribbean and moves in that direction, all those folks have got to be on the lookout. The islands to the north of that, which will be on the strong side of a tropical system, tropical storm or hurricane, they also have to be on the lookout for that. But going into the Caribbean and staying up in the upper part of the Caribbean is dangerous to lots of folks, okay? Now, then where does it go? South America, Central America area, not South America, but Central America, Honduras, Nicaragua, the Yucatan Peninsula, Bay of Campeche, that area there, and then into the Gulf of what used to be Mexico, but now is America. Should have been Gulf of America all along because Mexico is part of America, as is Nicaragua, as is Honduras. They're Central America, okay? Duh.
Oh.
And then where it goes from there, all interests along the Gulf Coast will be on the lookout. If it goes through and gets into the Gulf of whatever, and then it continues on a straight course, and you got Texas, you got Mexico, you got Louisiana, just to the east of Texas there. Then you got the Mississippi, Louisiana range. You got Alabama. Then you got Florida.
Right.
And Florida's got a lot of ocean front.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and lots of targets. So you just don't know. That's what they're looking at. The reason you can count on spaghetti models having things that go everywhere up there because nobody knows. They're just taking a wild guess.
Well, I told my friends in Yankee Town, they're okay. They'll be okay from this one.
Probably.
But when you're talking about reading these models and all these spaghettis and things, but I got to tell you who does probably the worst case of putting fear out to people are the national weather people on television. Last night, just an example. I'm not even going to name the network, even though it starts with an N.
And doom.
Yeah, I mean,
It starts with a what?
N.
We're not going to talk about the national network.
Biscuit company.
That biscuit company. That back a couple of years ago, it was the National Biden company. But
I get you.
they were it was third or fourth story. Let's talk about the storm, the hurricanes that are acting up here now. We got, and they're sort of talking about the ones on the Pacific, the Pacific, and a good friend of ours and his family just got back from Hawaii, which is getting ready to get get a good dose of rain, to say the least.
Water.
And then they got to the Atlantic finally, and just this thing will take days for us to figure out.
And the networks you're talking about, ABC, CBS, and NBC, they put on different programs. I've got access, and a lot of people do these days, to watch NBC West Coast.
Yeah.
Right.
Because their 6:30 show comes on a bit later Eastern time,
Right. Yeah.
than it does here. 6:30 on the West Coast is 9:30
our
here.
time.
So they don't put on the same newscasts. Now, having been working for an NBC affiliate for quite a while, I could watch those before all this stuff that everybody else couldn't get, because we had the satellites of all of their programming. And they would change them up for the West Coast, but quite often some of those live newscasts weren't quite so live at 9:30 at nighttime. You understand? Because we were watching them about 8 o'clock being recorded.
You talk about oh Lord, my page just moved again. I have one right here that I just want to mention. Glenn Hargett, our friend Glenn Hargett.
Glenn.
I just sent him a message hoping he would call in.
I like his sister.
But he he just made this great post. And I'm just going to read you a little bit of it, and then I'm going to share it to our page. On this day in 1996, a wind speed of 105 miles per hour was clocked in Jacksonville. Hurricane Fred brought extensive damage to the Carolinas. On July 12th, Hurricane Bertha came ashore between Wrightsville Beach and Topsail Beach, also recorded winds of 105 at landfall. And it goes in, but this is a wonderful story. He talks about the impact from both storms being overwhelming. He said, as we were broadcasting updates around the clock at WJNC, which was only radio at that time doing it, they were talking about the damage, and the satellite reception was one of the only ways that they were able to get their feeds from news networks, et cetera, et cetera. But he went in to talk about Misty Lee.
Yeah.
Who was the first to report on a woman who escaped harm on Topsail Island by floating to shore on a mattress. And we've had Misty Lee in here several times. And that's when she was a news reporter when she first came to
Daily News at one time.
Yeah. And so he goes, this is a great story, and I'm going to share it to our Facebook page because it's a good story.
And for most of you folks out there, the majority of the people here in Oslo County, that was before you were born. But look at it, because it's recent history.
Right.
Yeah.
It's something they probably still won't be teaching in their high schools.
And,
now, if anybody knows history, Glenn Hargett knows history.
Yeah.
Glenn knows it.
Well, Glenn and I have lived a bunch of history.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had pleasure working for him at WJNC, along with Ken Hagan and some other fine people over there. And they sure do miss the good old days.
Oh, yeah. Times were simpler, too.
They really were.
Well, back on this date, the year was 1836. Got a new president in September.
What year?
1836.
Was that Clinton?
No, it was Sam Houston. Sam Houston was elected president
He's
of the
old.
Republic of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they had then.
Wow.
The Republic of Texas was not a state in 1836. It was a republic. And Sam Houston was became president. He earned his independence from Mexico in a successful military rebellion. Born in Virginia in 1793. How in the world did Houston ever even find Texas in those days? 1793, 1836. That would have put him 36, 46, about 43 years old.
43.
He moved from rural Tennessee after he was moved from Virginia to Tennessee, then moved from Tennessee after his father's death. Then he ran away from people, ran away from home. And I guess he moved to Texas. Well, this was a strange looking dude at that time. Look at him. Looked old, didn't he?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
There's an image of him. I don't know if it's a photograph or a painting.
Speaking of Texas,
Yeah.
I just want to say that last night was the first night.
Let's talk about the game.
Yeah, I'm going to talk.
Chris.
I'm going to talk about it. The NFL kicked off its season last night in Philadelphia, and one of their best players, Jalen Carter, acted like a Philadelphia fan, and on the kickoff, got himself kicked out of the game for spitting on the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
Wait a minute. Didn't we see that last week at the high school game? Somebody got kicked out second play.
Anyway, and he's smiling as he's being led to the locker room.
Was it worth it?
What
kind of a fine are they going to give him?
NFL
fines you.
He's going to get fined and probably miss this upcoming game for the Eagles with the Chiefs. I will say this: Eagles won by 4. Dallas held their own. But one of the things that they got, and Lee, you mentioned it because I hear a lot on the radio listening to the different games on Friday nights of the players getting physical during the plays, after the plays. And the NFL has cracked down on a lot of unsportsmanlike taunting and things like that. And anyway, it's just, Cowboys. I'll see you guys on Thanksgiving, hopefully. Still,
you'll be having fun. Courtesy of
my bride. Yeah,
your bride bought you some stuff to get there.
Yeah, she'll be.
Well,
the only
I hope
one.
it's a winning day for you.
Well, it already is. Because
you're going to be there.
And it's off my bucket list. It's the 50-yard line. It's the level right above the field where the players are, and Kathy's going to be the only one odd in there because she'll be wearing Kansas City Chief Patrick Mahomes shirt. I've already warned her.
She better take a jacket or something so she can cover it just in case. Yeah, I thought about you this morning when I saw the scores from the game last night. I was like,
what
was the score, Chris?
The final was 24-20. But I got to tell you, they had lightning in the area.
Right. Yes.
So there was over an hour delay.
Really?
In the game when 4:44 left in the third quarter, lightning, so they had to clear the stands as best they could.
Of them regrouping is a pain.
Yeah, and give the guys time to warm up. So it was 1:30, 1:45.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I would have never made it through it. Yeah.
Oh my God!
But it was a tough game, now.
Yeah, it was a good game. Anyway.
Yeah.
Our temperatures around our region here. This
This
morning, courtesy of our amateur radio operators from the Onslow Amateur Radio Club. Joe, over there in the borough, Swansboro it is. It was 66 degrees there this morning about 6 o'clock. He moseyed on over to Emerald Isle.
Right.
It was 75 degrees at Emerald Isle. I mean, 10, 11, 9 degrees, whatever it is, difference. And he got there 9 degrees difference in that short of a period of time because he was on the ocean. Ocean water is still very warm. Randy out of Southwest, 61 degrees. We got Ken, one of our new members of the club. He's down here in Onslow Bay off of Rocky Run, one of those roads.
Rocky Death Road.
Yeah,
That's what we call it.
64 degrees there, but his humidity's up. Joe didn't have a humidity reading this morning, but he said it was thick, 93% at Onslow Bay. River Bend, Dale out there in River Bend, 63 degrees and 99% relative humidity. Hey, Richlands, don't know what the humidity was, but Craig, a new member too, 64 degrees there. At the studio at that time, it was 60, came up to 61. It's still now 61 degrees. Humidity is still.
Mine was 64 degrees this morning and 90% humidity.
Mhm.
Now that's the official Woodlands report. So starting Monday,
Yes.
let me ask you:
Chris?
is Woodlands going to report via the ham radio or
Nope.
via?
No,
your-
I have to wait till I
She
get
gets her. She
the
gets
license.
all that information will be transmitted to the FCC on Saturday,
Uh-huh.
and then she will be
It's gotta
notified
go
by
in the
email.
database
Uh-huh.
first.
Make sure you spell your email correctly. You'll
If
be
I can
not-
pass the test, I hope I can spell my email correctly. You're just
Okay, and she gets.
killing me.
then she will get an email notice with her call sign.
Killing me.
Okay.
Her call sign. At such time as you get your new call sign, Lee.
I'm not telling anybody what it is.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you tell or not. All I got to do is look it up. Everybody knows it.
It just it
Yeah.
depends on what name it's under.
I can do that too, remember? But anyway, the other thing is, should you decide you want to get a 4 call sign, that's our location here, but you want that number and you want a different call sign
Vanity
that nobody
call
else
sign.
is using, you
That's
could do
right.
that.
I know.
You could do like a KP4. No, don't do
I
that. That's
learned
Puerto
that.
Rico. But you could do, what would you pick?
That's one of the questions.
What would you pick?
An LDYBL? You? No, I don't. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. I'm just like,
Well, you should do it so you can apply for it immediately.
well, that's like when I got a personalized license plate for my vehicle and paid what back then was like $65 and then found out you have to pay that same amount every year. And I was like, you can
See,
have it back.
For a ham radio, you can get
I
your
know.
tag and you pay a one-time fee. I think it's $10.
Right.
And then you just pay regular renewals.
Yeah.
But
I
then
mean,
your
I'm
call
just
letter's
like,
there, but you want to make sure you get the call sign before you apply for your license plate.
So we'll say
Get the
that.
right call sign.
well, yeah.
So we'll say that this process is a lot slower than a lot of other governmental processes. Lee has it in 3 weeks. Are you going to get
3 weeks.
Yeah.
She'll have it by next week. She'll have a call sign by next week.
Okay. So in a week or two,
Y'all better just hope
We'll-
I pass
we'll,
the test.
are you going to give the Woodlands report via the ham radio?
In the mornings, absolutely.
If I can get a word in,
Okay.
this morning we had to learn about pies.
Well, that's after all the weather.
The guys are just a chattering this morning. I
That's
got
what
so tickled.
That's what they call rag chewing after the
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
First of all, we do the weather. Then
Raspberry
everybody wants
pie.
to hang around. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to chat.
No, it was great. I enjoy listening to all of them and their stories every morning. And I'm like, they're just so vibrant. And I'm like, please, please. I'm not that talkative when I first get it, but they don't.
Our listeners aren't very talkative this morning.
Yeah, okay.
910-333-0139.
And you still haven't figured out what we've got wrong. What
I
is
know.
amiss?
What is wrong?
I can't believe Chris Miller's not noticed or Steve's not noticed.
Yeah.
Theo,
Or, somebody's calling
somebody's
now.
calling in, but
It's not showing. Oh, this is a like out of country number, Rayford.
ooh,
Central Intelligence Agency. Can I help you?
Digging in your butt, Gwen.
What?
What?
you're digging taters somewhere.
What was that? It's a 6-149-940-0846.
I usually call those people back and go, "Hey, how you doing? Lieutenant Danko here. What did you want to talk about?"
Mm-hmm.
But you were talking about Farmers Day is tomorrow.
Yes,
Don't forget
yes.
tonight. The prelude is East Duplin at Richlands.
That's right. Pow. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Yeah. I hope somebody's
Richlands. I
got
want to. Hey, maybe the football team will be there tomorrow. That would
Could
be
be.
great to have them at Farmers Day.
You know, Farmers Day does a lot of good things, and this
They
is a
do.
huge benefit for the
Mhm.
volunteer fire department. in
It's a big
Richlands.
fundraiser,
So
y'all.
it's a huge fundraiser,
Mhm.
and you know, Richlands been a part of Onslow County forever. It used to be,
It was-
didn't it used to be the home seat of Onslow County, didn't it, one time?
I don't think so, but don't remember
I
that.
know
County seat.
Yeah. I don't mean a county seat, but it used, well, anyway.
Glenn let us know.
Yeah, Glenn knows. Call us, Glenn. But
He wasn't.
it's a
alive
big,
then.
you need to go out there and support Richlands.
Mhm.
That has grown a lot, too.
Yeah. Be great to get all the Cardinal fans to go over there tonight. Wouldn't it?
To get the Cardinal fans?
Get all our
the
Cardinal
fans?
fans to go to Richlands game tonight.
That would be cool. Everybody wear your red shirts.
I hear there's going to be popcorn out there tomorrow.
I'll be there.
Earlier this morning, before we went on air, we were talking about sniffing. Do you recall us having a conversation about sniffing?
No.
Well, Joe Biden came up.
Oh.
I've got a story for you.
No,
though.
I had to clean up doggy doo-doo this morning, so I thought that's the sniffing you were talking about.
No, but I do
Same
have
thing?
a sniffing story for you.
Oh.
This,
Don't you
maybe
mean
this
Hunter-
one's crazy.
Don't you mean Hunter Biden? Sorry.
Depends on what you're talking. A Florida man has
The
been
snorting
arrested.
and sniffing are different.
A Florida man has been arrested after he allegedly ran over a woman when she declined to allow him to sniff her feet. There's some crazy people in this world.
Oh, I would. Well,
Elmonte Searle, 28, faces a charge of aggravated battery after the woman he connected with on a dating platform said he struck her with his car. The duo had scheduled their initial encounter on August 24th at a hotel after meeting on the app Seeking.com.
did he give her a leg up?
According to an arrest affidavit, the woman, who also works as a foot model, informed authorities that upon his arrival at the hotel, he requested to sniff her feet and purchase her worn sneakers. There's many lessons here.
Well, he had a foot fetish.
Well, there's many lessons. Stay off of Seeking.com.
And why would you tell
Okay.
anybody you're a foot model? I mean, it's not like it's identifiable, I presume.
She said, when I got there, he just wanted to sniff my feet, and I didn't feel comfortable with it.
Then don't tell anybody you're a foot model.
I mean, you can have my sneakers all you want, and they're just stinky old sneakers, but people like weird things. She informed him that it would cost $1,000 and that her sneakers were located in her vehicle. And she claims that when she stepped away to use the restroom, she saw him run out of the room. She pursued him, believing he had stolen one of her items. And while out in the parking lot, he struck her with his vehicle.
Well, that's a great self-defense story there, because he was afraid for his safety. She was chasing him.
Well, she sustained road rash
She
and
got away from
bruising.
him because she's crazy. He got away from her.
Was she wearing the sneakers?
Oh, she ran out barefoot because she thought he had stolen her sneakers.
Yeah.
But, you meet all sorts of weirdos on the internet.
No, I don't.
No, I
And
don't.
why would you meet someone at a hotel room?
It might have been a room.
Yes, at a hotel
Well,
room.
that happens a lot.
Yeah, but let's pay for play.
Look, he drove past her, then he stopped, reversed, and backed up into her. I guess he was scared. These feet are made for walking.
So that was a Biden story?
No, but when we got talking about sniffing, and I ran across this sniffing story.
Okay. Well, Rayford, right before while you were getting ready to tell a story, Rayford corrected me that sniffing and snorting are two different things. But,
Yeah, it's
but
true.
to speak about another former president, saw last night where a Epstein.
Oh, I'm so tired.
I
of
know.
Epstein,
He's
aren't
still
you?
dead.
Yes, but
still
one of
dead.
one of the girls that were forced
associated.
associated.
with,
Okay, good.
I guess.
Has made pretty good claims against former President Clinton,
Really?
and that it
that I don't doubt.
happened in Africa. It was the
For
late
someone
Epstein
it was.
He did a lot of pleasure.
Hey. Was.
Most of them to the Oval Office.
Yeah, well, this was allegedly the private jet went to Africa with Mr.
Wow.
Epstein and the young ladies.
My goodness.
Did they go willingly?
The girls?
Yeah.
I would think, yeah. At that point, I mean, at that point, they fell into the spell. I call it.
I imagine that some of those young girls were fascinated by the glamour and the glitz and the
sure.
money and the important people, and just did not realize what they were getting into
Yeah.
until, yeah. There's a lot of stories in
Yeah.
that whole thing, and I just
Well-
I feel for what some of those women went through.
I do too. I mean, they were young and impressionable, and they weren't old enough to know what they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and therefore that's illegal. Number one,
Yeah.
immoral. That should be number one. Actually, it's immoral for somebody of their age to be taking advantage of somebody who's so impressionable. You know, it's just not flat out not right.
Yeah.
Almost said it.
Yeah.
What?
Flat out
Yeah.
ain't right.
I know I can't. I'm just like, I'm asleep this morning. But yeah, that whole thing, I'm sure there's a lot of stories yet to come from that. But
Most of them are probably have gone through treatment,
yeah,
Mhm.
counseling,
Yeah.
hopefully. Some of them it may have been a way of their lives beforehand. I
Right.
don't know. I
Yeah.
just don't know.
and to repair your life to come back from an experience like
Yeah.
that must be really
And-
difficult.
Yeah, try to get.
We will never
Well,
know.
Are you guys?
Everything.
Do you guys get on when you're looking at Fox News or any of the news sites? Because I've been on a bunch.
Right.
Do you see these little pop-ups? See Monica Lewinsky now in her bikini.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
clickbait.
Don't.
yeah, and it's like,
Clickbait.
really? Number one, why would anybody want to?
Yeah.
You just reminded me.
But
Yeah. See this famous star of the '60s and what they look like now.
yeah,
Who cares?
I don't want my illusions just shattered so much. Do you?
No.
I saw like Barbara Eden. You
Mhm.
know,
She just turned 93.
Oh, see, now you had to say her name. Now
Barbara
we're
Eden.
Oh, do you
now
have a
we'll be
story?
reading next
Probably.
week because she didn't make it to 94.
Oh, yes, you will.
She's a
I
genius.
danced with her. When she was at the Rosetta
I remember
Festival
that story.
in
You
the
told that
80s,
story,
and early
yes.
90s, or something like that. And at the Workers' Party, you know, just the workers are there.
You didn't
and
do
some
the
of
belly
celebrities.
dance, did you?
Oh no, no, that would have been up to her. So it was, you know, that was just everybody's doing things, and it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, just 700 workers for that Isaiah Festival.
Wow, yeah, that took
And
a
they
lot.
had
It takes a lot to
Took
put
a
on
lot of
something
people,
like that.
year-round event, basically.
Yeah. I don't think it's
Planning and
as
everything.
big as it used to be, but
I don't know.
Still.
I went for a little bit. I went to the garden party this year at
Did you?
at Airlie, and I'm like, oh crap! I didn't know anybody there,
oh my
and
gosh.
it was just traffic. It was an hour and a half to get to reach the gate
Mm-hmm.
by vehicle. Yeah,
Wow.
down at Airlie. No, I won't do that again.
Yeah.
No.
Rayford, you were just talking about pop-ups and stuff like that. Have you got the sheriff's office latest scam? It's on your
Yeah.
app. It's on your app.
I saw the warning of it
and
yesterday.
Go all the way to where it says scams, and all the way down to the bottom where it says online scam. It's a new one that they just posted on the 4th yesterday. I'll let Rayford read it.
Go into the
Okay.
scams, the latest scams.
All right, go all the way down to where it says online scams.
That one.
Yes.
And
Claiming to
tonight,
be-
the Kansas City
yeah.
Chiefs play the San Diego Chargers. I'm just
Yeah, a
killing time.
pop-up notification comes up on your browser thing, claiming to be the Department of Social Security investigating multiple charges
Mhm.
from the person's bank account, believing someone has stolen their identity. Bless your heart. The scammer then calls the person to inform them that they are refunding their money through gift cards, untraceable
Mhm.
methods that they have to pay for to activate to receive the refund.
Right.
The scammer may even go so far as to physically send the gift cards to the individual by mail. This is a scam. Do not do it. If it's free money, no.
Free gift cards.
Free
Yeah.
gift cards, no. I don't know anybody maybe a cousin that would give me something for free.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
She
get a
gave me
pop-up,
$1,345,000 one year for my birthday.
first of all, the
Oh.
Department of Social
A check.
Security is not going to be sending you a
She
pop-up.
cut off all the banking information though, but she did give it to me. It was enough to buy a new boat that I wanted. If you or someone you know, she told me about that this weekend, by the way. If you or someone you know is receiving these phone calls or notifications, hang up. Please contact the Onslow County Sheriff's Office at 910-455-3113. File a report. The more reports that are filed, the better the chances are that after the Sheriff's Office investigates, that they can forward it up the line in case it's not originating from here.
Right.
Do not give any information. Now, I probably have to, and I'm going to bring this up with Peter Wright next week. I probably ticked off Blue Cross Blue Shield. First of all, I get a call that says Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yes.
Anybody can put it on their caller ID to make
That's
it look
correct.
like that. I need to tell you about a prescription that one of the prescriptions has been declined. I said, which one? Well, we can't tell you that until you give us some information.
Well, why are you calling me then?
Really?
You've
Okay.
already got the information, folks.
And I said, and so we went round and round just for a minute or so. And because I was polite, because it's Blue Cross and I got
Right.
Blue Cross, and I'm not sure whether it's Blue Cross or not Blue Cross.
Mhm.
But so here, you know how they want give us your last 4 digits of your social. I said, no,
Right.
you give me the middle 2 digits of my social, and then we'll start talking. You give me the 2 middle digits, and I'll exchange and give you the last 4 digits.
I like that.
Screws them up, messes with their heads.
They just can't get past you, can they, Rayford?
Well, they try. It's fun.
Well, this right here starts off with a pop-up on your
Yeah.
Yeah.
computer, on your laptop.
Well, you know it's a lie.
Social Security is not going to send you a pop-up on your
Well,
computer.
I will explain to you about Social Security,
Do
as
they
I have
even-
many times. You can't get through to them in the first place. You got to go visit them, and you better carry your birth certificate with you. They're
Birth
not going to talk to you
certificate.
otherwise.
Yeah. And if you just
DNA records.
Yeah.
even if you just open it up, you can open it up safely and look at the email
Yeah, look at
address.
the
If it
email
don't
address.
say ssa.gov,
And it says
Yeah.
a Gmail account or
Yeah.
something else. No,
Yes.
they don't use
Yahoo.com.
Gmail.
Um,
Yahoo and Gmail is not what they use.
If you get a pop-up, just hit the X on the top. Don't even open it. Just ignore it. It's not real.
The only thing that I can, if you get pop-ups are that way, but if you scroll down for all of these, let's see if I've got one yet today, since I've already scrolled out of a few of them. They're generally coming from politicians, and they might be in North Dakota. You scroll down far enough, and they want to talk to you about this and this and this. You scroll down. I want you to contribute to your contribution of 25, 50, 100, 5,000, your other amount. They don't accept pennies.
no.
Because I put 0.01 cents, and they don't like that. That they get rid of you. No, it doesn't happen. I did get one from a Jeff Jackson. We know Jeff Jackson. You know who he is?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff Jackson.
It
You're
says
thinking
he's our,
Jesse Jackson.
he says he's our attorney general. Y'all don't know who our attorney general is? Seriously.
No, really, I know Jeff.
So Jeff Jackson is our attorney general, right? He
Mhm.
said, when I became AG, I told my team we were going to get more aggressive on robocalls. Why? The 2 predecessors of his did not. They didn't care. One of those is now the governor. Why, he says, because you told me to. Everybody hates these things, and we're getting more than ever. North Carolina is a top 5 state for robocalls. We get about 200 million a month. That's absurd, he writes. So we've broadened our target list. We'll still go after the folks making the robocalls, but now we've added the telecom companies that are patching them through. So if you get a robocall,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and make a note of it and forward it to the North Carolina Attorney General's office. Let's see how true he is or whether he's running for office.
Well,
Hear that, Kathy?
I have to give some kudos to him.
So if he's doing this, whatever he wants to be, he got my vote.
First of all, he graduated from UNC. He's a Tar Heel.
Well, I won't hold that against him.
Second of all, he's reserved in the U.S. Army. Thank
That's
you.
good for him.
He used to be a prosecutor in Gaston County, but
Did he make a deal a lot?
he had to resign because he took a Senate seat. And, according to the state constitution, you cannot be
he
both.
ran for North Carolina Senate after he had agreed to the people that elected him to the prosecutor as a
Well, he was
prosecutor.
a prosecutor. Didn't say he was district attorney.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
he's a prosecutor.
Yes.
Okay, well that's fine.
I mean, he's got some creds. He's
As long as
got
he
some
wasn't
really
district
great
attorney.
creds. So, and you may
he's-
be a
I-
Democrat, but
he's still back on my good side. I don't care about
yeah,
parties.
I don't care. That's what I'm
have one.
saying. You may
unaffiliated.
be, but hey, he's got some impressive creds. So go with
He
him.
needs to get a better photographer.
Just a young guy, too.
Did you see what he sent?
1982. What's 82 from 25? 82. What? 43?
Wait
43?
82 from 25.
1982
That puts him
from
minus something.
2025.
Yeah, that's the negative number. 82 from 25.
No, you got to think ahead. You've got to understand my way of thinking.
Oh.
I don't
It's
want to.
He's 43 years of age.
I don't want to do that.
43 years of age. He's just a young fella.
That'll work tomorrow. When you get done with the test, go, no. I got the question right. You have to understand my way of thinking.
That's right. That's right. And it all depends on well, do you mean this or do you
Mr.
mean
Paget
that?
tried to kick me out of the physics class he taught in high school
Yeah.
way back in the day.
Who took physics?
I did.
What good did it do?
Part of it was electronics.
Do you remember anything about it?
Absolutely. I remember the question that I got wrong.
Did you take chemistry, Christy?
Yes,
I
I
took
did.
chemistry too.
Do you remember anything about chemistry?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I set one of those propane things up too high.
Burned your eyebrows off.
Okay,
didn't
let's
it?
see. What is the little rhyme that goes along with that? Little Willie was
Really?
Oh my
little,
gosh, Rayford. Maybe
was
we
the
better
worm,
not.
What he thought. Little Willie was a worm. Little Willie is no more. What he thought was H2O was actually H2SO4. H2O.
H2.
You know what H2O
Yes,
is?
I know. Yeah.
You know what H2SO4 is?
No.
It's sulfuric acid.
See, I didn't take chemistry.
I took biology too. That didn't.
Oh, all I remember about biology is the dead
Frog.
stinky frogs.
Yeah.
What I remember about it, I used electricity in biology because when we cut that frog open, we took a
Did you try to
Bring it
defib
back
his
to life.
heart?
no, and it got it so it hit the right nerves and that leg just started
Hey.
jumping.
Chris, clear.
Rayford probably cooked. Yeah.
I didn't do any cooking in those
It was the
days, except for
smell.
camping.
It was that embalming fluid
Yeah,
smell
formaldehyde.
from that. No. Other than that frog was just
Well, you know what? I'd like to get Jeff.
Jeff
Why don't you,
Jackson?
why don't you
Jeff
reach
Jackson.
out to him
okay.
and see if we can't get him on the air next week, since you've got the schedule.
I will do that.
I would love to talk to him about this.
And the
'cause
schedule's on the calendar.
This is really touching. It'll touch a lot of people in this area.
Kathy
Right.
gets more. This one guy with
I get women.
fire, national fire or local fires, and he just changes the numbers he's calling from.
Yeah, I know.
And it's a little hello, Kathy. How are you today?
You don't know me well enough to call me
Yeah.
Kathy. That's what I tell them when they call me by my first name. Had one yesterday.
I just start speaking a different language to them. They don't understand. They hang up.
I do. What's interesting is from time to time I get a call from downtown from the sheriff's office, and of course I recognize the number, and it's okay if Sheriff Thomas calls me because he understands me. If the desk calls me
Does
for
he?
one reason or another,
I knew that was coming.
yeah, he does. But when somebody from another department in there calls and that number shows up, I answer, Onslow County Sheriff's Office. Can I help you? And there's the longest pause that you've ever seen. Then they start laughing.
910-455.
No.
What? 910-455.
333-0139. Give us a call. 910-333-0139. All of y'all get the Worst Observer Award of the
They
year.
really do.
I just posted it again. Notice
Well,
anything amiss in the studio?
Look, you don't have to wait till later. You can call now.
Because we won't be here later.
455.
I don't know where I was.
You know, you
going.
get those
Sheriff's
habits of,
I stayed up for the game. I'm working
The
on
reason that
3 hours.
number is over there on the wall, out of sight for all these people, is so that I can see it from here anytime.
lightning.
It looks like I'm looking at y'all when I say 910-333-0139.
I'm gonna have to try that lightning got to you. Well, you know, I've sat there through delays
lightning?
on races for hours and hours because
Yeah.
of lightning or weather, you know.
You know, they would tell you what the results are tomorrow.
It's not the same. If you're a huge fan, you want to see it first. You don't want to hear about what happened. You want to see it.
So I think what our listeners would like to know is this. So when you're at the football games on Friday nights,
Tonight,
how do you make that determination to go to the football game or to miss Roman Reigns live?
Because now the way they broadcast it, like Monday nights is on Netflix. You can watch that anytime you want to.
Yeah.
You can watch it later in the night. You
So
can watch it the
so
next
it's not
day.
live, though.
No, Friday nights is on USA.
That's
It's
true,
live.
but when it
Yeah.
comes to WWE, I'm not worried about that.
You're
I'll
not
watch it
looking
later.
at it for who wins. You're just looking
She's
at it for
You're
the body,
right.
She's
Give
looking,
me a break.
she's
You're
looking
right.
for Roman.
Yeah, Randy Orton. Oh. Anyway,
Have you seen your Brazilian friend lately?
no, he has been sending me messages though.
Hmm.
Only it's not the real person, but I've been getting a lot of scam messages from other people claiming to be him. So when they start talking about, hey, do you do crypto? Yeah, like no.
You be
What
getting
is that?
the
Is
crypto
that
ones?
some kind of a
Crypto.
new
Crypto
money thing?
money.
Yes,
Money.
I
yes.
thought it was a new
Oh yeah. I mean, you
party
know,
thing.
all you have to do is click on the profile and see that their username is not the same as what the actual person is.
And they have no friends.
And they have no friends, right? And it's always like, can you give me your email address? Because I prefer to do this by email.
Yeah.
Don't, because then they will more than likely have the email to your Facebook account.
Give them
Associated with
give them a
that.
fake email address.
Oh, well, you know.
I use yours.
Well, I showed you that last guy that sent me a friend request, and he was like a general, blah, blah. And I said, watch this. And so I accepted it. And within an hour, he's texting me like, well, I'm a widower and my wife and son died in a car wreck and I'm raising my daughter. So I was jumping ahead because he would say, I'm stationed. I work with the Space Force in Alaska.
Here's a
And
space cadet.
I'd be like, well, what's the name of the base you work at? And I already looked it up, knew what it was. And he was giving me all the wrong information. And finally I just said, you know, if you're going to try to scam somebody, at least get your facts right. You can Google it and get your answers.
I know it's weather time, but
Yes.
right after weather time, I would like to just mention something about our group, Reese.
Oh, please do. We
Kind of a
can't
special
say enough.
announcement. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, weekend's looking pretty good offshore. If y'all want to try it, because we don't have a hurricane, we don't have a tropical storm, we don't even have a tropical depression to be concerned about. Okay, so good part of the weekend's going to be fine. Offshore today, out to 20 nautical miles. Westerly winds about 5 knots. That means almost next to nothing. Becoming southeasterly this afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet, 7 seconds apart. Gentle rollers. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Light chop is good. Northeasterly winds on Saturday, 5 to 10 knots. Becoming southeasterly in the afternoon, 2 to 3 footers. Sounds and rivers light chop. Sunday, westerly winds. When the winds are from the west, the fishing is
The
best.
best.
About 10 knots. Pretty light. Switching around to easterly in the afternoon. To Sunday morning, if I was going, I would be leaving the docks in if I'm going to Sneads Ferry, I'd be launching my boat at Sneads Ferry about 5:30. You can get an easy access at that time.
Oh, it's beautiful
From
to
where?
watch the sun come
Sneads
up.
Ferry.
No, where are you going to launch your boat?
Oh, at the wildlife ramp
Yeah.
there, Sneads Ferry. And just go out there. You'll have probably the recreational fun people, the jet skiers, the people that just like to get out there and tube and do whatever. They don't come out till later in the morning. So get on out there. Get your boat in the water. Take your time. You can sip your coffee or hot chocolate or a Coca-Cola or whatever on your way out to the inlet. Take your time getting there. Get your gear ready. Have your mates get your gear ready. so that by the time you cross the intercoastal waterway, you got rods in the holders waiting to be deployed. Okay. And when you cross that bar, you may as well, if you want some Spanish mackerel, maybe a king or two will be hanging around, drop those things overboard, get yourself a spread of 4 and know how to set out a spread and then start working them. Most of it will be near the surface. I would put weights on the lead, on the laders, about a 2-ounce trolling lead at 15 feet before the line, before the lure, and be trolling a couple like that. And then I probably would go ahead and put one down on a planer, number 1 planer, and have it down about 10 feet. And then get yourself in 15 to 20 feet of water and either work up or down the beach. If you cross the inlet, as you cross that bar, deploy those lines and then look to your left and then look to your right. Either direction, if you see birds working, go that way.
See, you like to troll. I don't like to troll. I like to just sit.
Fun. That's fun.
And then
More
move
action.
along.
More action.
Move along.
Yeah, more action. But anyway, you could give that a whirl. So
Yes.
and if you leave early in the morning, you have a beautiful period of time to get there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Weather
So
on land is
beautiful.
going to be what?
Oh, the
That's
weather
your
on
cue.
land. Okay. Today, well, the fishing lessons, I just got caught up, and I know everybody's going like, what? Today, sunny with a high near 91, calm wind becoming southeast 5 to 7 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, for Friday night football, it's going to be partly cloudy with lows dipping around 68 degrees. Saturday, tomorrow, beautiful day for Farmers Day, mostly sunny with a high near 91. Sunday, a chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 85. And Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 81. So we are starting to drop into the 80s. The 60s at night, and I tell you what, I love it.
Yes, perfect.
Later next week, lows in the mid to upper. Yeah.
So what is out there right now is disturbance number 1.
Oh yeah.
90% chance of cyclone formation in 7 days. 60% chance is growing over the next 48 hours. Probably going to be higher than that before the end of the day. They'll have a higher percentage, I'm guessing. Looking at what's going on, tropical depression likely by Sunday, be way down south, not to affect us. So we'll keep our eyes on it at that point in time. It will go from disturbance number 1 to tropical storm, or tropical depression number 1, TD number 1. Okay, we'll let you know.
So,
Interesting.
for our Wreaths Across America followers, when we started our group back last October, we called it Wreaths Honoring Our Fallen Veterans. We've shortened the name and have started another group page, and it's called Wreaths Honoring Fallen.
Okay.
We've shortened it. Everything else remains the same. We're still raising wreaths, donations for the Coastal Carolina State Veterans Cemetery and Onslow Memorial Park Cemetery, where we'll be having our group ceremony there. Military base. So we have actually got now all except SpaceX. We have a representative from every branch of the services. We have the Camp Lejeune High School Junior ROTC color guard that's going to be out there. And we're awaiting word from the United States Marine Corps band if they're going to be able to make it.
Good. They'll make it.
And so we're still, and if you go to our new group page, the other one's still there as well. But if you go to the new group page, which was created by digital creator J.D. Hughes, I wanted to give him a plug because he's an old friend of mine from 40 years ago and served in the Army. Thank you, Jeff. That's if you go to that link that Lee put on these pages for us, you can pretty much make your donations yourself, and then when you're checking out, if you say $5, pay it forward, that goes to the next wreath. So in actuality, $17 when you're buying the wreath, 12 goes to the first wreath, 5 goes to another one.
That's cool.
For live balsam wreath, I just can't.
That's wonderful. That is just. That's the way it's supposed to be done too.
We just had a listener that put in a guess towards what's different today.
Oh no, they have
And
to
they
call.
asked if it was the Trump mugshot, that's a good guess, but
It's been gone for several weeks.
we've had that down for
All right.
several weeks. But yeah,
Are our callers shy about calling?
Yes.
oh, you can text
They're
us if you
afraid
want
of
to, or
Lee.
message us.
They're very
Afraid.
afraid of Lee. That's the problem.
I
Uh,
promise I won't say a word if you call.
That boat, that new yacht, that $1 million yacht,
that's at the bottom now.
that
Or does it
I looked at
bottom?
the video a couple of times. I said, you know what? It took a while
Yeah,
for it to roll, and the only thing that's going to make it roll like that is a major influx of water somewhere.
Somebody
Somebody left the spigot open.
That's
I
Jennifer.
was going to ask that yesterday.
There was a lot of water to intrude, and
Somebody
it
left
either,
something open
either
for
a very,
sure.
either a very pitiful
Could have been
construction job.
the plug that goes in the back of the.
No, I don't think it'd come in that fast. But
No, I
yeah,
don't think so. Either.
I'll explain to you. Who's
Okay.
this? Who do we have?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, what's wrong?
Good morning.
What do we have wrong?
Voles.
Eagle Eye Terry says that on your banner, the now showing.
Ding, a ding, 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 ding,
Is
ding.
that it?
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
got it. When you
Wait a
come,
minute. This is for you.
and when y'all come a visiting, the first donuts are on me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a good day.
Thank
Bless
you.
weekend. Yeah.
Just before we hit the air, but the cameras were rolling. We had just gone on to Facebook, and Lee over there, she gets. Y'all don't understand Lee like I do. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes here before we get on the air every morning. We have an issue. We have a session, and we all talk about what's bugging us, and some things really bug her to the point that this morning
That's not true.
this morning that door was open, which is normal. Then she just was fed up. She didn't want to see the
Not
dogs
true.
anymore. She didn't want to
Not
do
true.
anything. And she reached over there and slammed that door so hard it knocked the sign off its pedestal.
None of that's true. I will say
Now,
that
who
I
are you
did
going to believe? Her
close
or
the
me?
door a little. It was not. I just kind of hit it, to close it, and it closed.
Yeah, and it knocked the radio. It put it on.
not.
Open up the squelch on the radio. She had to get up and turn that down. It did everything.
No, when I shut the door, I probably shut it a little too hard, not meaning to.
Probably shut it a little
And
too hard.
it caused a vibration, which caused the now showing sign to take a dip. We were like, "What's going on?"
Poor Joe over there. He was straight up, and now he's cockeyed. So
Joe's got to go.
he's
He
listening to his
creeps
port
me
right
out.
now, pretty bad.
Where's Donald at?
About 30 degrees. Donald was in hiding. He heard that door slam. He didn't want to get hurt.
Well, I don't know. He died over the weekend, and now there's
Again.
rumors that EMS had to go to the golf course while he was golfing. I mean, the rumors have been crazy.
Wait a minute. He's playing golf without my challenge being answered yet.
He played golf all weekend.
Dead
It was
man
Labor
walking.
Day weekend. How dare he play golf and not do a news
I
conference? People
believe-
thought he had died.
I think he's afraid to play me.
He is.
He is.
He's heard about you.
Yeah.
He don't want to go around
I'll
people
play
like
ya.
you with a club. Can you maybe you could get one of those Nerf ball clubs or something that won't hurt him? Just tell him you'll use that.
Just for a 3-wood. I'll play with a
about-
3-wood. The whole round. I'll putt with it. I'll chip with it.
Well, Trump might not make a lot of friends among liberals, but he might actually win over a few folks on the other side who think may have been coddling our enemies for far too long. The Department of Defense wasn't always called that, and Trump wants to revert to what he thinks might be more appropriate: the War Department.
Yeah,
That's what it used to be.
I remember when it was.
I heard that, and it made my nose wiggle at first, not in a good way, until I gave it some serious thought last night. Our current Department of Defense, think of those words, our Department of Defense consists of a lot of heavily armed military troops, lots of guns, military assault rifles, a lot of armored tanks, naval warships. Yes, that's what they're called, warships. Fighter aircrafts. You haven't heard of, cute aircrafts, have you? No, these are fighter aircrafts, fighter jets, fighter bombers. That's what they're known. They got support planes to support those guys, but they carry a lot of bombs and ammo and fuel. And every bit of this is in preparation for a war. We're not preparing to defend anything. We're preparing for war. In such a shooting war, we won't be hunkering down, waiting for our enemies to come calling. Mm-hmm. That's not what you do. If we've got to go to war, if we got to start shooting, we're not going to just hang back here on our borders and wait for them to come to us, right? We will take our war machine to the enemy. The only way to defend this nation is to keep the enemy away, a long ways away from our shores. We do not ever want to fight a war inside the borders of these United States in a defensive mode. If you're fighting inside the borders of these United States, we're on the defense. We don't ever want to be on the defense. We want to be on the offense. The best defense is a strong offense. When we did have a War Department, it wasn't that we were running around the world declaring war. Unless other nations posed a danger to this nation, our troops were in a stand down but ready position. In my way of rethinking, a Department of Defense means we are always standing with our backs against the wall being the United States. Is there a realistic person among you that would rather wait for our enemies to come marching ashore and take the first shot? Marching ashore on our beaches before we take action? That's like a cop facing a bad man with a gun waiting for him to take the first shot before returning fire. No, that's bad. There are those folks out there who support that mentality too. Might be nice for other bad people around the world to understand, to realize that we have a War Department, and though we're at peace, we're ready for war on a moment's notice if provoked. The best defense is a strong offense. The best Department of Defense would be War Department to let you know what we're here for if you mess with us. Your thoughts are welcomed. Certainly interested in your thoughts too. I'll respect your opinions as long as you respect mine. The number to call is 910-333-0139. Want to share? 910-333-0139. I know one of you wants to talk about that.
Well, no.
Well, what I found interesting, it doesn't have to do with the War Department, it has to do with the CDC, was the grilling of Kennedy Jr.
Let's talk about that. What's Kennedy ever done? Kennedy Jr. ever done this bad?
That was brutal. I didn't watch all of it. Very little of it.
I'm not saying he hasn't. I just want to know.
I offhand don't know. Just the way the whole session went yesterday, and I understand, yes, there were some Republicans too, as well as Democrats, that were challenging him the way he was doing things, but
the yelling,
that yelling, and you're asking somebody a question, you won't give him a chance, right? You won't give him a chance to answer. Then when he's trying to answer, you're calling him a liar in the middle of, he hasn't finished his sentence. He hasn't finished his sentence yet. And it's the back and forth. Well, no, yes, you can. No, you can't. A year ago, we could have done it. Yes, you can still do this. It depends on states and something. The man doesn't have those committee
those hearings.
They're
ridiculous.
They are ridiculous,
and they're politically motivated. Every one of them that I've ever watched.
Oh yeah, because if Kennedy's unaffiliated, right? I believe he is. He's unaffiliated. Yep. But you talk about some people going after him.
Well, Republicans and Democrats, both of them don't like him. You know that, right?
Yeah,
first of all, he was a Democrat. His family disowned him. The Kennedy family disowned him.
Yes.
It was just.
So he switched.
I get upset. Like, these are all congressmen. These are our senators, and they're acting like pure jerks in these committee hearings where they start screaming at somebody and they start accusing them of stuff and they're calling them liars, and they won't let them, like you said, they won't let them finish a sentence. I'm like, if I ever had to go for a committee like that, I'd probably jump up on the table and just tell them what to kiss, because that's just ridiculous.
Elizabeth Warren was the one that really got me. She just...
Well, she's bad because he found a bunch of money that she had gotten from Big Pharma. $855,000
Jeez.
contribution to his fund, his campaign fund.
Mhm.
Who was it that I saw?
There-
It's not
He
right.
had that.
Yeah. He during the hearing he invoked his Democratic father's words to defend a Trump-backed CDC shakeup. So what were those words?
Well, I mean, he said he was shaking it up because
He said we were very much lied to.
well,
You know, do we know? Do we know what the truth is? about
no,
COVID?
but I don't know that the people that were sitting on that committee know what the truth is. I mean, especially her accusation was last year at this time, I could walk into a pharmacy and get a CDC or a COVID shot. Now I can't do it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
When they get the vaccine,
When they
they don't have it.
Then they interviewed this. They find somehow the news finds somebody that has a child that has a problem that can't get that they allegedly cannot get the COVID shot. I know this when I go to one of our local drugstores, they always ask,
yeah.
would you like your flu and COVID shot? Do you have the new vaccine? No. I'll be back when you have it.
Right.
The updated
Well, my
version.
doctor makes sure I get mine.
That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. That's the thing. That's the other thing they picked on was they're saying that he said, and maybe he did, I'd have to look it up, only if you're 65 and older or have health conditions, you'd be susceptible to
I
COVID.
heard that from somewhere, but that's not what I understand as the truth. I may be
That's
In
what the
the- in-
CDC is recommending
in
right
the
now.
beginning, when the first vaccines came out,
Mhm.
those who were at risk or those who were of an age,
And young.
they got it first.
And the young.
And then the young, those at risk.
Right.
And then the elderly.
Right.
They got it first.
Well, right now they're
I didn't even fall
not-
into that category for the first ones. I had
Right.
to wait a couple of years.
Right now, they're not recommending it for children. They say see your pediatrician. They are recommending the 65 and older, or if you have health issues. They're recommending that, but anybody can take the shot. Anybody can still. But I have to say that, that's another situation like,
Now,
what's the
whether,
truth on
Whether
it?
your doctor will give it to you or not, if you're under 65, that
Mhm.
depends upon your private practice physician.
Mhm.
If your drugstore won't give it to you because they have a certain allocation or whatever in the beginning, they may reserve it. That they are
Go to
a
health.
private business.
Yeah.
You ain't going to make them do it, right?
But no, but they're always asking. And
Yes.
I'm fortunate. I have insurance,
Mm-hmm.
which would cover it.
That's why I always try to go to the same place to get any shots. I usually go to CVS and get all my shots.
That's right.
They have it on record. But when I've gone to Regina's before for appointments, she might give me one right there, so it doesn't go on CVS's record.
Right.
But yet they're always texting me or calling me, or when I go in there, hey, have you had that? I'm like, yes. But I appreciate that.
Oh, I do.
don't
I
have
do
a problem
too.
with it.
You don't have that card anymore.
I usually get 4 or 5 of them at a time.
Yeah.
I go to every drugstore in town to get
Here,
mine.
put one in this leg.
Just
This
in
is
case. I mean, if one's good, 3's great. I'm kidding,
I know.
folks.
No, I know you are. But I mean, when you say get those, so I'll say, give me the flu shot.
Yep.
Give me the COVID shot, the shingles, and pneumonia. Give me all 4 in one time, one shot.
But you don't have to get the
Well, not one.
shingles every year. You get that every other year now, I
5.
think.
Or is it 5?
Whatever it is.
I think that it's new now. You get 2 shots and it's supposed to last forever now,
Oh, okay.
or whatever.
Maybe I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After watching some mutual friends of ours get the shingles and watched what happened to them and the pain and the agony and what they went through, and ultimately they passed away. I'm like, I went down and got, my sister and I both went and got our shingles because I've had chicken pox. She's had chicken pox, so we had that virus in our bodies.
Yep, I had it.
So, I mean,
Most kids had it back in the day.
yes.
50s
I
and
mean, it
60s,
was a
so-
normal thing to have chicken pox back then.
My poor mom.
But this is what RFK Jr. said in that meeting yesterday. Well, I wouldn't call it a meeting and a shouting match, but he used the words of his brother. Progress is a nice word we like to use, but change is its motivator, and change has its enemies. The willingness to confront that change will determine how much we shall really do for our youth and how truly meaningful our efforts will be. That was a quote he used. I couldn't remember it word for word. But I'm sorry, I said his brother. The quote came from his father in a speech that he made to the United States Conference of Mayors in Chicago in 1963. I sent you a news story too on your email, Rayford, if you want to bring that up. But you know how we were talking about the 11-year-old that was killed for doing the ding dong doorbell ditch thing?
Yep.
Yeah. But this is a story that's kind of has a little bit of relation to it. So I thought you'd be interested in that. Oh, and we have breaking news. Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, has died at the age of 92. The British royal family announced today the Duchess of Kent was married to the late Queen Elizabeth II's cousin, Prince Edward, for 64 years. She was the oldest living member of the royal family following the Queen's death.
Okay.
So it's not the young Catherine now. It's the Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, that was married to Prince Edward.
Gotcha.
Who liked to prince around, didn't he?
Just
saying.
Just a lot. Just a lot.
Is he on Epstein's list? Was he the one that's on
Yes, he
Epstein's
was.
list?
He did the settlement.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, but may she rest in peace.
Yes.
Which story are we talking about?
The 11-year-old.
I'm looking at
Is this the one?
woman walks up to wrong house.
Yeah.
Man shoots at her 17 times.
Yes.
He needs to go back to the range.
Well, he was arrested.
Did he?
Wait a minute. Let me see. He's got the story.
Okay, a woman visiting her friend accidentally went to the wrong house in Florida. The resident there attacked her and fired at her 17 times. Boy, what kind of gun did he have?
Did you feel like Mario running all around the yard?
50-year-old Roman Rowicki is now charged with attempted murder, battery, false imprisonment, discharging a firearm on a residential property, and criminal mischief, according to the Palm Bay Police Department. Rowicki's attorney has not returned any phone calls. The victim told the police she was driving to a friend's house for the first time at about 10 p.m. Last week when she got lost and ended up at Rowicki's house by mistake. She started walking up the driveway when she realized she was at the wrong house, and Rowicki, who was outside at the time, attacked her. He's accused of grabbing her by the wrist and pinning her arm behind her back, but the victim called for her friend during the fight, and the friend ran over. Rowicki let go of the woman and threw her to the ground. Then he went inside his house, grabbed his gun as the victim and her friend got in the victim's car. Oh my, he started shooting at the car. No, dude, you just don't get arrested. You get imprisoned.
Yeah.
Investigators found 17 casings in front of his home. Neither of the victims sustained gunshot wounds. He called 911 on a recorded line where he informed he was the shooter, advising that he was a no soliciting sign. He has one. I just shot at this woman because she trespassed on my land because I got a no soliciting sign.
What a dummy.
He also expressed understanding that the woman was at the wrong house by mistake. After he got busted, told the cops he thought the woman was a sex worker. Was a sex worker.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
And he attacked her out of fear for his wife's safety. This guy's a nutcase.
The woman's arm and wrist were bruised from the fight, and one of her tires went flat from a bullet. More other damage to the vehicle. He got out of jail the next day. Doesn't say how much the bond was.
Not enough. I mean,
y'all, I know I'm in 110% favor of you responding to your doors if you want to at 10 o'clock at nighttime. don't go out there with a gun pointed at somebody. Don't be waiting in outside the house for somebody to come up. I mean, that's not what you do.
Well, he had no
And
right.
why were you outside at 10 o'clock at night with no gun? What were you there for? Were you peeking into your wife's bedroom? I don't know.
Well, what right did he have to even grab her, put his hands on her?
Were you expecting a sex worker maybe outside the house? And
Oh.
well,
No, sir, she's not the Uber driver. She's the sex worker.
What in the world, dude?
That was a crazy story.
You need to have your gun removed from you forevermore, and you need to spend some quality time in the house,
Now,
the big house.
being that, well, what he's done if he's found guilty, these are so he's going to have to give up his gun, and he deserves to have to.
Why
give
did
up
he
his
think it
guns.
was a sex worker?
Well,
I mean, was this a regular call or something?
maybe he didn't like her looks.
Maybe it was
I
a
don't know.
regularly scheduled person, and she hadn't shown up on time. I don't know. Maybe she came too early, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, his wife had not gone to bed yet.
Oh my!
Hey, get out!
This is weird.
It is weird. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy. I mean, first of all, if I'm not sure if the house is the right house, I'm not getting out of my car.
Well,
I'm just
17
like,
times. Look at the number of wild bullets there were.
Yeah.
How many other people? Somebody else's house hit? Y'all need to be checking, and because if he hit any other house, firing into an occupied dwelling is another offense. Oh, intentional or accidental.
Well, on my way home from meetings, I may be getting home around 10 o'clock or something. I see people are still walking neighborhoods.
I mean,
It's a nice, peaceful time.
It can be a very deadly time too.
Well,
So you need to be walking pairs or more.
Yeah. Most of them have dogs. I'm not going to say that they're attack dogs, but
Well, that's usually a deterrent just to have one.
But yeah, the only ones I have a problem with are the ones that don't know that you're supposed to walk facing the traffic and not walk in the flow of traffic, and you're wearing dark and you have no reflectors on or anything.
That is dumb.
yesterday morning, Gum Branch Road. I'm coming up Gum Branch Road, doing 45 the speed limit, and I think I see something, and this is right near the intersection, Gum Branch, Belfort 17, and I start slowing down. It was a woman walking her dog wearing dark clothing, just casually walking across 5 lanes. And I'm like, it's a good thing I thought I saw something.
I want y'all to understand if you do get out walking, okay? And I applaud you for doing it. I do it from time to time when the dog makes me. But when you're walking at nighttime, yes, the cars coming towards you, they got their headlights on. But here's the one thing you got to understand. How about the car in the other lane? The shot his headlights on, the car is coming at you. That car that's coming at you might not be able to see you, even though his headlights are on. The other car's headlights may be overpowering what his are covering. So, yes, pick a different time, pick a different location, pick a different method, and light yourself up.
Oh, I agree.
You should look like a freaking billboard on reflection.
I'm glad you brought that up, Chris, because I was going to mention it yesterday. But, I mean, I just happened to glimpse something move.
Well, the little motorbikes that people are riding now,
yes.
And those people that ride those at nighttime with no reflection.
Mhm.
No
Maybe a
reflectors
bicycle
on
with a motor on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw one
Electric bikes.
yesterday, day before yesterday,
Yeah.
whenever I went to Wilmington.
supposed
There was
to
one
be-
out there going across down right along with the traffic, not in the extreme right-hand lane.
Mm-mm.
No, out there in the lane,
Yep.
but in the inside lane on Western Boulevard. You can't keep up with the traffic flow, number one.
No.
And yeah, you can get bumped. And you keep riding on Western Boulevard in a motorized bicycle. Holy moly. You're just tempting fate.
Well, I remember there's something that's supposed to be coming up or something that was done in the North Carolina General Assembly, the legislature, about these e-bikes.
If you got a motor on it, I don't care whether it's a motor that you manufacture or taken off your wife's mixer because it doesn't work anymore and put on there.
Right.
It's a motor.
Mixer.
It's a freaking motor.
I'm trying to make a cake. Where's the mixer?
And it should be illegal.
I find it?
You can ride it, but you're going to have a helmet. You're going to have tags, and you're going to have insurance.
This is what.
And I would say a license.
No,
Oh,
this
go
is what North Carolina e-bike laws are right now. No registration or licensing.
Yep.
They do not require that. The speed and motor power, the maximum speed is 20 miles per hour, and the motor must not exceed 750 watts. Riding
Watts.
areas, watts. Riding
Used to be
areas.
cubic centimeters.
Electric bikes can be used on sidewalks where bicycles are permitted and on bike paths unless local regulations restrict it. Does not say helmet. Helmets are not mandated by state law, but all operators must be 16 years of age. Trail access electric bikes follow the same rules of the road as traditional bikes, allowing them on trails where bicycles are allowed. Does not say anything at all about riding them on the road.
And here's the other thing about the bicycles
Let's go up here.
the e-bikes as well. They don't think they have to obey the traffic laws. They will come up, there's a red light or a stop sign, and they will go through it.
Right.
I've watched both of them do it recently. I'm like, oh my God, I hated writing traffic tickets. I hated traffic tickets. If I could find you doing something else, I'd include the traffic violations just because, but I hated writing a traffic ticket. These people, I would target. Today, I would be looking for them. I would be stalking them.
Well,
Sorry, cops. That's the way some of us do.
I found
do
the
things.
North Carolina law 2025.
well, before you get to, because I think it's important that you read it. These, you got handlebars. They look like skateboards, but they're motorized.
Yes.
And people are starting to use those now.
It's got a motor on it. It's a motor vehicle.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know exactly
In my
what you're
opinion.
talking about because I have some kids that come flying down the sidewalk and the roads over there where I live, no helmets, and I'm like, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yep.
Hey, you got a law? You said you saw
You got a
2025 law?
North Carolina
Yes,
law?
I'm looking at it right now, and it's basically everything that I just said. E-bikes equipped with a throttle can reach up to speeds of 22 miles per hour. E-bikes that
Legally?
e-bikes that provide pedal assistance can reach the speeds of 28. No license required. Local regulations while the state provides a general framework.
So what's the difference in an e-bike being able to do that and a moped being able to drive faster? One's got gasoline, one's got electricity.
All right, this is the recent legislative developments. Senate Bill 576, introduced in 2025, which is now, aims to clarify the classification of e-bikes and grant local governments more authority to regulate their use. This bill is part of ongoing discussions about how to manage the increasing popularity of e-bikes in North Carolina. In summary, North Carolina e-bike laws in 2025 provide a flexible framework for riders, emphasizing safety in local governments while allowing for the enjoyment of electric biking without extensive regulatory burdens. It does not, but everything I've read does not address them on the highways. But if you allow regular bicycles on the roadways, why wouldn't you allow e-bikes? That's where I've seen them.
But they do, but they also violate the same laws that the regular bikers.
What if they have a motor, even though it's electric? Shouldn't they
It's a
have to?
motorcycle, in my opinion. I think it also
Should
be
they have
listed
to have
as
a
motor-
license?
I should have to have a license, should have to have a license plate, should have to have insurance, and should have to wear a helmet.
There was somebody, Chris, do you remember just a month ago right there in Gumbranch? Was that the one at Gumbranch in Belfort 17 that got hit by a car that was on an e-bike?
Yep.
And it was nighttime.
Well,
I'm not riding anything out on the road.
even with the street lights that are provided by the city or
Yes.
it's not enough lighting when you're on those bikes for a car going 45 or 55 on the bypass or anything to see you.
Nope.
Until they're on you.
Yep.
Unless you have reflectors.
Yeah. Coming back from Wilmington Wednesday, hitting that bypass, I'm running 60 miles an hour, and I'm zoom, 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 zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Asking me,
You're standing still.
where are you going at 75 or 80 miles an hour? There was at least one vehicle running past me doing 80.
Uh-huh.
when we were radar certified, you had to pass a test. If you had to, one of them you had to do. The next 5 vehicles coming at you, you had to guess within plus or minus 2 miles per hour.
Mhm.
Not guess. You had to estimate their speed. And if you got one wrong, you have to take the course again.
Senator Lazar is one of the primary sponsors of this
This
bill.
needs to be tough enough.
Yeah, so we
Because-
need to talk to him about it. But it says, except as otherwise provided in GS 168, blah, blah, blah. The operation of an electric assisted bike as defined in GS shall be permitted on all roadways, bicycle lanes, and shared use paths.
Okay, let me ask you this now,
Yes.
folks. Hey, let's just be
Yes.
serious for a minute. You've got a car, you've got your insurance on the car. Let's say you got liability insurance. You're driving an old car,
Right.
maybe one you've traded in, and you just use it for here, there, everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And all you got is liability. It's not worth $1,000 to carry insurance on it. You got liability. That means for anything that you do that's your fault,
Mhm.
the insurance pays for the other vehicle or the damage to the
Right.
other stuff, right? Let's suppose you're driving along and this e-bike, who has no insurance, he pulls out in front of you and he's running 28 miles an hour, you say? And
Yeah.
and the collision, there's a collision. Yeah, he's going to lose, but you're going to be damaged
Ooh.
as well. And he's got no insurance. You got no insurance, and it's not your fault.
Well, most people, when they're riding a regular bicycle on the road, they don't have insurance.
I understand. But they're encouraging the e-bikes to be able to get on the road.
Yes, yes.
Now, and then they have no helmets on.
Well, part of this law that they're talking about is a helmet is required.
Okay.
So
Now, but
La,
who's
la,
going to pay for the
la.
damage to my car if this bike has got no insurance?
that's what you have uninsured motorists for. Or
I got
would
nothing.
that
I
cover
got
it?
nothing but liability insurance on my car.
then you're going to pay out of pocket
Mhm.
unless you sue that person civilly and get money out of them.
Yeah, I never see that.
Yep.
He's got a bicycle.
It says any person operating or riding as a passenger, any person operating or anyone riding as a passenger shall wear a helmet that meets federal safety standards. So this is all. I have to research it further to find out where it's at in the legislature right now. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ball game for
shared it.
Jacksonville High is going to be next week. For all the other schools in our area, the ball game, check your local listings. Jacksonville Daily News has got a listing for every ball game in the county. And the next week, we're going to be visited by some folks down there at the beach, Topsail Beach,
Mhm.
My grandson's school.
your grandson's school. And I hope he's not playing because I don't
He's
want him to
not.
lose.
You're gonna lose.
Anyway, Jacksonville will be back in play next week at Jacksonville Cardinal Stadium. And there will be popcorn available. I was assured of that last 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
There will be popcorn there.
One
If
way or
I
the
have
other.
to smuggle some in, there's going to be
I'm
popcorn.
not smuggling it in. I'm going to bring it in one of those over-the-shoulder clear packs.
Well, that's what I have, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about an over-the-shoulder Santa Claus size clear pack. I'm going to
Well,
be
you know-
passing it out. If they don't have it in the stands so I can buy it, I'm going to give it away.
When I was in the grocery store yesterday, and they have your
Or
ice
maybe
cream
sell it.
2 for $6 right now, but they also had these big bags of popcorn that you can
Yeah,
buy.
I don't want those. I want the air popped popcorn. So I
I
can't
want
even
the real
make.
stuff.
Yeah, my get the popper ready.
Mhm.
She's got one over there.
That's
Um,
right.
Monday, we got another dancing star, right?
Yes, we do.
And
And let me look and see who it is.
The Dancing Stars of Onslow County. The big
Yes.
show is coming up next month. And
Uh-huh.
we've had one of the
2 next week.
We got 2 next week. Got one Monday and Tuesday.
One Monday and Tuesday. Monday we have Brittany Rawlings. She was born and raised right here in Onslow County, married to James Rawlings. Brittany is she's the one that owns Nothing Bundt Cakes. Brittany's your listener if you want to bring a few samples with
Those are
you.
so
Brittany,
good.
you know, we can be
No,
bought with cake.
I mean,
with
we can be
popcorn.
bought for your fundraiser, of course. And then on September 9th, Christian Carter, a lifelong Jacksonville resident who spends his days helping people secure their dream homes as a mortgage loan officer
Oh, Lord.
at
Maybe I could
Guild
get a loan.
Mortgage. He's married to Megan Carter, and they have a 4-year-old daughter Nora. So we have Brittany on Monday and Christian on Tuesday.
Sounds
so
good. So we got
look
a couple of
forward to-
dancing stars next week.
And there's one gentleman here that's coming in September 29th that I think I know him, Charles Coakley. I think we danced together once, way long time ago. I'm going to have to find out before he comes in. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Can you remember everybody you danced with? in
No,
your
this is
lifetime?
when I was associated with another
No.
dance studio, and he was associated with
Oh.
it too. I don't mean just him and me by ourselves. No, we're a group. I don't do solos.
What?
Well, if it was just the two of you, you would not be a solo.
I'm going to
Okay.
bring you pictures of mine.
We got a caller. Who is it? Do you know?
I did not see who it
Okay.
was. It didn't come
This will
up.
be a surprise. Then.
Surprise.
Good morning.
Hello?
They don't want to talk.
Hello?
Well,
Hello.
it might if I turn the white pot up.
Oh,
Hello.
okay.
Hello, let's
Good
try
morning.
again. Good morning. You're live and local.
Yes. Do you know who I am now?
Yes, we do.
He's another dancing star.
He's one that likes
He's
it.
the one who's a professional.
Yeah, he's a pro.
He's a
Well, I'm not calling you about that.
he's a track star.
I ride bicycles, and I still don't understand the difference between what I ride and what I see people who got pedals on a bicycle and they're not pedaling and they're going. I don't know what that is. I like you said, it's a moped to me.
Well, it's a moped, a motorcycle, whatever you want to call it. If it's got a motor on it.
It's in discussion.
They're not getting the exercise you are.
Yeah, well, here's the one thing I would strongly suggest. And DMV, if you would just look over there at the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission, and you will find out that for motor vessels, it matters not whether it's a trolling motor on a plastic boat that you buy over there at Academy Sports. It costs you what, $200 or
I'm
something.
getting one.
If you put a trolling motor on it, it's a motorized vessel, the same as a 50-foot yacht. Motorized vessel. There's a little difference in the fees, but not that much. So if just do it simple, go to DMV folks, just slide on over there and just copy the laws that wildlife has. It's already been done and held up in court.
Interesting.
Might minimize enough of their problems.
I mean, I got one bicycle that's mechanical, and I do got, if you see me on a black one, that is considered an e-bike. But you sit on it, you can sit on it all day, you're not going to get out of the driveway unless you pedal.
Oh,
It's electric assist, and
I think that's
it helps
cheating.
me control my heart rate so it don't get out of whack.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
So I won't have another heart attack. If somebody has a heart attack, you don't want to have a second.
Makes sense.
And mine, you can assist up to 28 miles an hour. Anything above 28, it's all you, but you're not, because that bicycle weighs twice the amount as my custom bicycle.
Oh.
It weighs about 30 pounds, which is still light for e-bike. A lot of e-bikes out there weigh 60, 70, 100 pounds.
Well, that's because of those, 350 engines they got in them from Chevrolet.
So by law, it can't go beyond 28. You're right. If it goes faster than 28, you would probably have to have a license and all that good stuff.
Oh.
I don't know how mine, it's got some gray area because mine's just assist, and it's a 300 watt assist. But I usually leave it in. The first few miles, I don't even turn it on. It gets me warmed up. Then I could go to level 1, and it really don't give you advantage. It just kind of covers the weight of the bicycle.
Gotcha.
I burn, calorie-wise, I burn just as much or more on the e-bike than I do my traditional. And the only reason I have been called, that's the reason I ride by myself now. I used to ride with groups. I got called out for it. They think I'm cheating and doing this, that, and the other. I said, well,
No,
I don't have to explain myself everywhere I go, but I've had a heart attack, and I don't want to have another one. And it controls my heart rate that I don't want to go above 150 beats per minute. I want to stay under that and not above that. So if you call that cheating, I'm cheating all day.
Good for you.
Well, I'm going to call it cheating, but let me explain there's one more word that you need to use when you talk to these people, because I've got that experience. You understand that, as you know.
Yeah.
You're cheating death.
Yeah.
Good way to put it.
So next
Yeah.
time the smart aleck comes up with something like that, you're cheating. Yes, I am. I'm cheating death. Anything else you need to say?
I'm with you.
Right.
I think you will shut them down.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Talk to your daddy-in-law. He understands how to shut people down.
Shut that door.
I just say my wife loves me more than yours because she's the one that we got it for.
Well, that's good for you.
That's sweet.
Good for her.
All right.
Well, she wants me around, I guess.
We all want you
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
what
Lucy.
happened?
Oh, yeah.
It's after
Yeah,
9
she can't
o'clock.
stand. She
Yes,
wants
I know
to be
it's
right
happening.
with me.
Marty, I'm going to tell your wife, my daughter, please ask her. Don't tell her. Ask her if that next Friday afternoon I can have a couple of large bags of popcorn, pop fresh. I'd like to take them to the ball game with me in case.
Just in case they don't have any.
Yeah, if they don't have any, I'm taking
Well,
my own.
if we're taking it, we're gonna, and we don't need theirs then,
How
do
much
we?
is it? How much is it a bag of the burger?
50 cents.
What?
15 cents for a large bag.
I said 50 with inflation.
No, I know better than that.
I know what Marty's thinking.
How
much
How
money can I get back?
All the money goes towards our team for the Dancing Stars.
Here's what you need to do
Okay,
then. You
you
need,
know.
if I call you, you need to get that trailer hooked up real quick. Like if I call, or you could do it in the back of your pickup. Put that. I got a generator. You can run your popcorn machine off that. Put it in the back of your pickup. Weight it down a little bit. Tie it down. I got straps. You got straps. If I call you, you come a running because they ain't got no popcorn. You sit up in the parking lot. I'll put a sign out there and tell everybody where to go to get the popcorn.
Hey, Marty, I just read this bill, and it also includes the bike that you ride too. A bicycle equipped with a motor that provides assistance only when the rider is pedaling and ceases to assist once the bicycle reaches a certain speed of 20 miles an hour or more. And they're going to make it anyone over the age of 18 has to wear a helmet, of course. And
That means you, Marty.
and the cities can regulate the use of it on the roads, but this bill right now, it passed first reading, had some changes. It's in committee since May 6th.
I don't like it being cities can have extra regulations or whatever, something like that. They can either forbid it or allow it, but it all should have to be the same
The
requirements.
city doesn't allow you to ride bicycles or skateboards on their sidewalks.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they want to regulate it totally and say it can't be done, but have
Right.
it so some can do it this way and some no.
It's
That gets
obvious it's
confusing.
just been sitting in committee since May. It's probably
Yeah, they got
year.
more problems out there than worry about me right on
Right.
the road.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of assist, so I'm not worried about it. I don't care if they even outlaw it. I'm gonna just do it anyway.
Yeah.
I bought
And that
there's
was-
a lot of money in that bicycle.
that was, what's the date today?
Yeah.
Make record of this. No, we're behind you, Marty. We're
All
behind
right.
you.
Yep. We'll be there. I'll ride shotgun.
All right,
All
Have a
right.
good day.
Y'all take care.
Thanks, Marty.
so you
Have a blessed day.
Okay. We've run out of time. I've run out of energy.
I have to.
Well,
to
just
get
going
to
back,
church.
electric assist, I don't see the big deal. If it was gasoline, yeah, the mopeds now have to have a license. And if you're riding something that's gasoline powered on the roadway, you should be licensed for it.
Why? What's the difference?
Gas and in electricity. I don't
don't
see
the
where an
e-cars-
e-bike is that big of a deal. I mean, I just think
Yeah,
that.
well, I got lots of thoughts about all of that.
Yeah,
too. You got
I mean,
bike trails, you got all sorts of stuff,
Yes.
and people, if you're riding, we pay for cars. We pay in a certain amount of money,
Right.
right? Every
Mhm.
year,
Yep.
you
Use the
pay.
roads.
You pay. You go to the gas station. You
Oh,
pay
hell, well, I know.
some very expensive taxes.
Yes.
Then
We pay double living in the
you buy a
city.
new vehicle and you paid road use tax on it, right?
Mhm.
You get all these things, and that a chunk of that stuff goes to maintain the roadways.
Mhm.
Right. But the law says
Who
if
pays
it's,
for the bike trails?
the law says if this if this gasoline
Who's
powered, we taxpayers, we
Taxpayers.
pay for the
Uh-huh.
bike trails. But I'm just saying, I don't see where an e-bike is any different from a regular bicycle on the road. What's it got? 4 DC batteries and 4D batteries in it or something? It's debatable both ways. It's an
It's
interesting, yeah.
Okay, we will see you
Yeah.
Monday morning at 7:00. There will be no hurricane between now and then.
Nope.
No,
Just,
thank goodness. But keep a watch on it. It's
We'll let you know when it becomes a tropical depression.
it may
maybe
be named this weekend.
Yeah, it could be named probably next week. But a tropical depression will be a TD1, tropical depression 1, as opposed to a D1. That's disturbance 1.
My prediction is going to be named Gabrielle before the weekend's out.
That will make it a tropical storm.
Mm-hmm.
What's the minimum speed for a tropical storm?
39.
There you go. Miles per hour or knots? You're live and local. We'll
Nice.
talk.
Have a blessed
We're
weekend.
1 hour, 24 hours and 50 minutes. One of us will be taking an exam and passing it. She'll finish it in 15 minutes. I'm
Y'all have a
predicting.
great day.
See you Monday morning. We're awake.
Blessed
Be
weekend.
safe.
Sort of. I'm going to go in and not be awake in just a couple of minutes and take a nap. A geezer nap.
Okay.
Took one yesterday.
That
Went
sounds
for
good.
4 hours. Good
Wow.
God.
Good for you.
Have a great rest of your day. Have
Bye.
a wonderful weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye.